Hello YouTube, today I'm coming here at the Angry Eradicate, showing you my OU team going up against some other OU teams, and let's begin here. So for my first match, I got Ferrothorn, Heatran, Landorus, Therian, Clefable, Bisharp, and Mega Glade. Standard Mega Glade set. I'll tell you about the sets at the end of the video actually. Going up against T-Tar, Gliscor, Superior, that weird electric dog thing, Talonflame, and Starmie. So I thought for their lead, they'd lead with Tyranitar, Gliscor for rocks, or Talonflame. So I thought I would lead with Landorus to get the Intimidate drop, and then have a super effective coverage move. He led with Raikou, actually, that's the dog, and I get the easy Intimidate here. So I thought he might switch out, but I was going to go for the Earthquake anyway, in case he wanted to stay in, go for like a Hidden Power Ice, and got me an easy kill to start the match. He sends out Starmie afterwards. It's an easy switch out, and went into Ferrothorn because I can pretty much wall it out. The Ice Beam only does about a fourth, and once I get Leech Seed and Rocks up, he'll just have to keep trying to Rapid Spin it away, and not much you can really do here. So I get easy Leech Seed and Rocks up. This team is a mostly defensive team, like I'm going to be mentioning my team building part. Basically, I don't like to use my sweepers, Bisharp, and Glade until the end of the match. Get rid of some of the other walls or counters with my wall team. Use some switching and core action to try to keep them down. As you can see, Ferrothorn kind of just walls out the Starmie, and not much the Starmie can really do. The Ferrothorn, which makes it really awesome. Pretty much he's going to die because he has to keep trying to Rapid Spin away the rocks. He has Talonflame, who doesn't want to get hit by the rocks, obviously, but if I time it right, I pretty much can automatically get rid of Talonflame down to half health because of the rocks, which you'll see here, because even if he Rapid Spins, I can just set up more rocks, because he might die from Life Orb if he doesn't. And I'm okay with taking that, 16% from Scald? It's easy. So after this, I believe he sends out Talonflame next. He does. That's an easy switch into Heatran, because what's he going to do to Heatran? Even if it sets up, it's not really going to hurt Heatran. I ignore Flare Blitz and Brave Bird. With the crit, only does a fourth, so I can wall that all day, and Lava Plume will kill. But I'm pretty sure he switches out here. Yeah, U-turns out. Going to Gliscor, most likely. Yeah, Gliscor, not much I can really do unless I get the Lava Plume burn here. Which I didn't, so that's cool, but he's obviously going to go for the Earthquake here. Actually goes for Facade, that's cool. I like my original Gliscor ran Facade. Heals back up a bit, however I have Ice Punch on Glade, so unless he's switching, it's not going to matter, which he doesn't, and Glade at this point, because all the counters are taken out, can really kind of just plow through at this point. His Superior actually ran a really weird set. It was a coil set. You don't see that too often, something new, I guess. This guy's problem, though, he didn't really have a dedicated core, and kind of hurts a lot. Nothing to spin for Talonflame either. It's not going to help, besides Starmie, but when you lose Starmie that easily, it's not helping. And here, it's an easy, just close combat to finish the fight. He can stall all he wants. I still have full team. And that's it for that fight. So for the next one, same team, going up against Rotom Wash, Excadrill, Conkeldurr, Charizard X, Clefable, and Azumarill. A lot of OU pokes. Pretty decent balanced, heavy offensive, or bulky offensive, my bad. So again, Excadrill is pretty common lead. Thought he had the Intimidate drop against most stuff. Landorus being Choice Scarf and all is kind of a good lead. Sent out Rotom Wash, I'm pretty sure I would go into Will-O-Wisp there, so easy switch into Heatran, get the Will-O-Wisp boost. Easy Flash Fire, I love doing that a lot. Lava Plume actually does a good amount of damage. However, he does get a crit on the Hydro Pump, which does not help me out at all. No burn there, so that doesn't help either, but now he can just easily kill again. I protect here to get some HP back, or to see if he would switch out a different move. He goes for Volt Switch, which was kind of weird, but he just goes for Hydro Pump next turn and kills, because that crit from earlier. Send out Ferrothorn after this. I mean, I'll get burned here, and I'm okay with that. I just want to get the rocks up before Charizard comes out. That can be a real problem if you let that thing set up. After this, I would try to go for some Leech Seed probably, and then he switches out, however, into Clefable. Yeah, Clefable is probably Magic Guard because, well, obviously, because Stealth Rocks didn't hurt it, but I prefer running Unaware. That's what mine is. It really helps against, like, when someone tries to set up against me, being a defensive team, having Unaware Pokemon really helps. Also, Bishop here, I actually brought him out a little bit earlier than usual. Moonblast, I didn't think it would do that much, but after getting the special attack drop, I get +2 because of Defiant, which is really awesome, and basically forces me to switch out here though with the Rotom Wash. Don't want to get burned. Going to Ferrothorn, and yeah, he went for Will-O-Wisp. I don't think I'd be able to kill a Rotom Wash in one hit. I don't think I run knockoff on my Ferrothorn. He goes for a Volt Switch out. Can't really do much to Ferrothorn. It's just all I want to do right now. It's just 4 switches, get some Stealth Rock damage, and keep my team generally healthy. Sadly, I missed the Leech Seed here, but he does some weird stuff on his Conkeldurr. He goes for a Stone Edge first. Maybe he thought there'd be a switch. I don't really know into what that would help. I get the Leech Seed up, so that helps with the burn situation. So he goes for a knockoff, get rid of my leftovers, I guess. And he goes for a Drain Punch next turn. I guess he didn't think it would kill from half, but still, that would do more damage and keep you up a little bit more. He finally goes for the Drain Punch, gets the kill on Ferrothorn. He's still pretty healthy, but he has Leech Seed up on him down to half. I'm okay with that. Besides this, he only has his Azumarill as a really major. Well, Charizard X too, but Clefable is supposed to be able to hold it his own, but you'll see what happens. Get the kill on Conk, Moonblast. Sends out Azumarill first. I would have sent out the Charizard X, but that's fine. Goes for Superpower, doesn't really do too much, and he gets dropped. This lets me pretty much set up after this, I'm pretty sure. I just go for the kill. I'm pretty sure I just go for the kill here. Oh no, he switches out, that's right. The Rotom Wash. He goes for a lot of Pain Splits here, try to bring down Clefable's health a bit with him. It's a common strat with Rotom Wash. Still not I think he's leftovers. Thought he was like a Solfest, but you can't use Pain Split if you're a leftover user. I just don't get the kill, sadly, which is kind of disappointing, but you know, it happens. No high rolls today. He switches out, and he goes into Azumarill again, and that's just gonna die off then. I don't really know why he switched out. He might as well just try to do some damage there. This guy wasn't the best. We're all bad at some point, though, you know. Everyone's got to learn. Just some of the lower tiering of OU, just reset the ladder. At the time I recorded this, obviously. So, he goes for Dragon Claw. I guess maybe he thought I would switch out of Clefable, but I'm going right for the Calm Mind here. However, he gets a crit with Flare Blitz and doesn't help. Actually, no, he doesn't get a crit. Just did 86. I was kind of surprised. Lander Starion, though, pretty much from here can just finish it with an Earthquake, and that's GG because the rock's on. I'll just kill Rotom. He's at 1%. Or 6%, my bad. Low enough for rocks to kill, though. Here's the next fight. This guy, I guess, was a moderator or something. He, not to say trash talk, but he was kind of cocky about himself and had some choice things to say in the fight. Start off with Landorus. And Celebi, he's obviously going to switch out here. I really should have saw this coming. Goes into Garchomp, Rocky Helmets, Rough Skin. It's going to hurt me. 4th my health, that's a lot. Go back on the Clefable. Now this Klefki, kind of a pain for my team to deal with besides Heatran, and he can just easily switch out of that into Latios or Manaphy, even Altaria, really. That's a free layer, spikes up. I think he actually goes into Garchomp here. Resist the easy Lava Plume predict. Risk of the burn, though, I would not have done that. I just protect here. He actually goes for rocks. He gets me here again. He was winning the predict battle early on, but I get him later on in the fight. Go to Lando, get the Intimidate drop. He goes for Earthquake anyway, so he's going to have to probably switch out. He goes for, I think, a Dragon Tail. It's a phasing set. I like that Garchomp set, though. It's unique. It's not the Choice Scarf. Just try to ground and pound. Mega is obviously not the most viable of things either. Klefki comes out. Let's go for the rocks. Not really going to help here, but in case like Manaphy's running like a Focus Sash, I don't think that's really common, though. Get some chip damage, too. Spikes out up in this fight, but managed to hold my own. He goes for the light screen, and here is where this guy starts to complain a little bit, I guess you could say. I get a crit. You know what happens. Everyone has luck or bad luck. He's like, sigh. It's like, you know, calm down, buddy. It's just a game. He goes for Earth Power. Heatran's a beast and tanks it. I go for the taunt. I thought he'd go for like a leech sheet or calm mind or something when I'm setting up. He's like, that mattered a lot. But yeah, he trains a beast. He really knows what he's doing here. Going to Landastarian afterwards, trying to go for a U-turn off, but I'm pretty sure he's going to switch, so I thought I'd go for the Earthquake. He's going to guard chomp like last time, which he does, so I get a kill here. However, afterwards, he can just go into something. Obviously, Lando can't hit, but glad to get the guard chomp down. It's a big annoying nudge. He goes back in Selby. I just switch out. I go into Cliff Abel, because he can't. I can probably set up on him pretty easily unless he gets a crit. He goes for Gi Drain, yeah, 32%. He can heal off of me, but I'll eventually set up, and then the light screen will go away, which is very helpful. Yeah, just Moonlight up here. He goes for the Psychic, just not going to be enough. Set up a Calm Mind. I think he actually switches here into Altaria, I think it is. Oh, Manaphy first. I don't really know why. Let's go for the Moonlight here. I really gotta learn with Cliff Abel to just start attacking, because it seems like every time I use him, set up a bunch, and then something just goes in and knocks him out. Or her out. I don't really know. I think it's set on random. He gets the burn here on Scald, but that's fine with me, as long as it's not toxic, because that forces me out after a while. He switches down. I guess he realized I was unaware, and goes into Altaria. Really should have hit him here. Goes for the frustration though, like, why don't you just run return? I mean, it's a crit. That, I'm not sure if that mattered or not, but it happens. And he's like, oh, my B, and like gets all excited over it. And he's like, I'm used to 1600s. Yeah, sure, buddy. I actually was higher than that too. It's just I got kicked off. Some people got mad at me. I go for the Sucker Punch here. I'm surprised he didn't go for something else, but I'll take it. Get the easy kill there. And he goes for the Scald, kills off Bishop. I was really fine with that. Just want to get the free switch in. Going to Fairthorn here. And from this point, he can kind of just take over the fight and finish it off. Defensive struggle. Gyro Ball. He goes for Tail Glow. Easy power up there. Knock him down. Heal up a bit. And he's like, GG. So he's nice about in the end, but gotta learn to control your emotions there, buddy. And I was like, good fight. I mean, he made some bad mistakes, but so did I. Happens. Get back into the game and all. Haven't really played that much recently. Easy resist there, 51%. And Gyro Ball to finish him off. Nice. I got one more fight. Not sure how quick it is, but he goes with Volcarona for his lead. I thought probably with Gyarados or Metagross, I thought maybe he could wall him out for a while, or Weavile, that's the one I thought it would be. So easy switching to Clefable. He's unaware, so it doesn't really matter how much he sets up. You'll see this guy probably doesn't know what he's doing, or doesn't realize that I'm unaware. And I guess we kind of both just set up, so I'll fast forward this a little bit. Yeah, both of us just kind of set up. He actually goes for a few Fire Dances first, and he Quiver Dances in a turn or two, but it's just not going to do enough to knock me down. Yeah, he Quiver Dances here. I don't think he realizes that it doesn't really matter how much you set up against an unaware Clefable. Yeah, I really like Clefable. It really saves me against a lot of things like this that would otherwise set up against my team and probably just sweep. Like, nothing else my team can really stop it. Maybe Heatran, but if it carries Hidden Power Ground, that's not going to happen. Lando, after it gets one or two, won't be able to outspeed. Besides this, it's really nothing's really going to be able to beat it down. I'm just glad Clefable can finally get a kill. It seems that every time I use it, just someone else kind of goes in afterwards and just KOs it. Not enough defense, I guess. I switch out when he sends out Metagross and the Ferrothorn, hoping he doesn't have Fire Punch. I don't think many carry it. Not when you're carrying Volcarona as a teammate. Earthquake's not going to do that much. Ferrothorn's a beast. He's going to pretty much have to switch out. Goes into Starmie. Again, Starmie can't really do much. This guy doesn't have much on his team. It seems that Ferrothorn can't really stop. Maybe Gyarados could set up. I get some pretty bad luck in this fight, though, so his Gyarados is able to take out my Ferrothorn. Gengar's not be able to do much. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp. That misses, but you'll see later in this fight I have some serious hacks against me. It seems like Smogon always, if it can miss, it will miss, and if it can burn, it will burn, with like Lava Plume and Scald. But yeah, Ferrothorn just takes out his team. Really not much he can do against Ferrothorn. I probably should have told this guy, hey, you might want to get a more dedicated stall. Besides, I guess, Volcarona, but when you waste Volcarona and you know they have Ferrothorn, kind of throwing away the fight. Alright, so this is where I miss Leech Seeded. Pretty sure I miss it again. Next turn. Yeah, he's starting to hit me hard. I'm like, okay, Leech Seed, you need to hit here, but it doesn't. But that's fine. He goes for a Dragon Dance. Again, Leech Seed finally hits, but it's kind of a little late for that. And he goes for another Dragon Dance. Power Whip misses, which really hurts. So I thought, let's just get some damage off before I die. And go for Earthquake. Didn't do as much as I thought it would there. And Gyro Ball. Sadly, he has Citrus Berry, so he's going to live. So I thought if he goes for Earthquake again, I could switch into Lando, get an attack drop, which I do, so that's nice. He goes for the Earthquake. Then I thought he's going for the Waterfall, so I'll switch back into Ferrothorn and just kind of stall it out. He actually goes for Outrage, which is kind of surprising, and then I don't really see why he would, but he does, and that kind of saps down his HP a bit. He stays in, I tank that, and he just dies. However, Ferrothorn's kind of low HP now, but can't 6-0 all the fights, I guess. He somehow tanks the Bullet Punch and Leech Seed him up, get a little bit of HP back. However, next turn should just be able to kill me. He forfeits. So yeah, this team, it's a really defensive team. I'll show the team builder in a second. It just really relies around Ferrothorn, Heatran, Lando, and Clefable early on to try to open up some holes or areas for Mega Glade. I don't think I even really use Mega Glade much in these fights, except for the first one a little bit. Bishop's really there for if I set up Stealth Rocks and they have a Defogger, I can come in on the Defog at a +2 attack boost, and that's most of the time GG with Sucker Punch. And yeah, I like this team a lot. I have another video with the same team, some more fights I got against some other UOU teams. So sounds good. Alright, so here's my team in the team preview, or just a team builder. So first off, Gallade Megaform, nicknamed Time to Duel. Obviously, Gallade chose Justified over Steadfast. I guess you could use that if they have like a Fake Out user, but you have to be... I prefer just getting Justified, because if they have a Dark-type move, nice to get a free boost. Close Combat for Stab, with along with Zen Headbutt. Knockoff's just really nice utility on a defensive team. Knockoff leftovers or a choice item. Ice Punch for coverage, against like Glide scores and stuff like that. They usually think they can switch in. Knockoff also helps against that. And I have a typical 252 spread for the last 4 in special defense because just why not? Blue Ranger, Bishop. I choose a Life Orb Defiant set. Defiant obviously because of all the defog users and other people who use like Intimidate. Gives you a free boost. It's really nice. The chances you have with Swords Dance, if they have something in that can't really hurt it, like a Toxic user or a Choice user who locked into like a Psychic type move or a Ghost type move, easy chance to set up Swords Dance, and after that with Sucker Punch it remediates its low speed. Iron Head's a great stab, and Knockoff, I do actually run Knockoff on him. It's just nice when they're like a defensive Pokemon who's not going to hit you directly. Next, oh yeah, and 252 attack, 252 speed. I chose plus speed nature. I try to get all the outspeed possible. I really should probably put it into attack. I'll look into that a bit more. Not really sure what all the experts run on him. Clefable, leftovers, and I would choose Unaware over Magic Guard. I really need someone who can set up sweepers, and I think Clefable is the best in the business for it. Aromatherapy, my team's not too bad with all the steel types and the fire type in Spitterman or Heatran to absorb status conditions, but still, if like Blue Ranger or Glade gets burned, it's kind of GG for them, so it's nice to have Aromatherapy, give them a second chance. Obviously, Moonlight to heal. I choose Calm Mind to set up alongside of someone, like in that one fight. It really helps you get just chances to actually make your attacks do some damage, and Moonblast for nice, actually pretty strong hitting move. You'd be surprised how much it can do. I invest 248 for the leftovers into HP, 252 in the defense, and I give it a plus speed special defense nature because it has more. I know some people say to run defensive nature, but I prefer giving it a nice starting bulk and special because you can actually get kind of trucked if you don't have some kind of investment into special defense. Landorus, got a Choice Scarf on him, typical kind of a lead or pivot. Got Intimidate on him, obviously. Earthquake Stab. Trucks just about anything, really. It doesn't, like, resist it. Stone Edge is nice for coverage. Kind of missed. You can run Rock Slide instead. It's really your choice and accuracy and all that. Super powered. Hit, like, bishops and T-tars, and U-turn, obviously, if you're a pivot like Landorus, you need U-turn. 252, 252 again, on speed. Next, I got Heatran, not Landorus. Heatran's kind of the MVP of the team. He walks into like Will-O-Wisp, which is really saves my team since I'm more of a physical-based team. Taunt is very helpful. Earth Power, he can tank his own Earth Power, and I mean, he's hits pretty hard himself, being a legendary or pseudo-legendary, whatever he is. He hits pretty hard. He can tank his own Earth Power, which is something to really write home about. Protect the Scout Out moves, and Lava Plume is awesome in my opinion. You get the burn chance, and it's a nice stab move. I run leftovers. Some people run air balloons. Some people run choice scarfs and assault vests. I run leftovers on mine. I like running leftovers. Keeps them healthy. Doesn't have recovery. I run special defensive set. Pretty much all special defense. Just that's what he's there for. I have Ferrothorn for physical and Landorus with the Intimidate drops. Really, what he needs to be is my special wall. Ferrothorn runs leftovers. Pretty typical set. Stealth rocks. I don't like running spikes anymore with how many defog users there are. I really feel like just running stealth rocks is usually just enough. Leech Seed's nice to get some more HP because he doesn't have recovery. Gyro Ball and Power Whip form a nice 1-2 punch against most things. You won't be resisted by most things besides like Magnezone. Magnezone kind of beats up Ferrothorn pretty bad with the Magnet Pull. This team, it's a really heavy predict team. It really relies on you knowing what you're doing and being able to make predictions, seeing what they're going to do, recognizing patterns, and you really shouldn't touch Gallade and Bishop until later in the fight. You really should be using your other four more kind of walls, even Lando. You can save him a little bit. He's nice to get some revenge kills or be a pivot. But really, Heatran, Ferrothorn, and Clefable should be the major three you use early on. Try to wear down their team, try to kill some of their walls. They have some killing capabilities, and unless you see an opening, obviously, like that one time with Bishop, I saw a Clefable in there. I went into Bishop and I got the kill there. He's able to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, this team, it's a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it's the best team for a beginner, but someone who has some basic ideas about what they're doing, they could walk in with this team and do pretty well. And thank you guys for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, and comment below. I like to get some discussion going. See ya.